Amid the various explanations that the UP government has given as far as the conspiracy charge is concerned, sedition FIRs have been filed. Today, they filed an affidavit in the Supreme Court, and on that one contentious issue of a midnight cremation, which by the way is not allowed according to Hindu rules, Hindu tradition, the UP government says that there was a fear of large-scale violence. This is the first time in front of an authority, the UP government is explaining why the cremation took place at 3 a.m. They say that there were Bhim army protests, there were candlelight marches taking place, boycotts were planned, press conferences could be held in Hathras and elsewhere, there were visits by political parties, and they also say that there was a Babri verdict. And that's why the UP government felt that this was an adequate justification for cremating the Hathras victim in the dead of the night. They also said, and I quote from the UP government's affidavit in the Supreme Court, that once the post-mortem is already done, there cannot be any bad intention in cremating the body. This is the explanation that the UP government brings. I'm not going to sit in judgment on this comment, but will definitely ask questions on why this was done, because the explanation, whether it is justified or not, is something that is extremely debatable. Let's put this to debate. Shubhrasta, founder and moderator of the Churn, is with us. We also have Yashovardhan Azad, former IPS officer, with us, and Aishwarya Mahadev, spokesperson of the Congress party, is also with us. Aishwarya, let's begin with you first. The UP government, the most recent things that they've done is, number one, any voice of dissent or any attempt that is being made by people to reach there by any congregation or an act of congregation, they say that this is part of an international plot to malign the image of the government and also to foment trouble, to create a riot-like situation, much like it was done in the national capital in Delhi in February. First of all, your response.
You know, Sanket, what has happened today is that the democratic right to dissent is quashed not only by police action, but governments putting out words like national security implications. You know, this is secrecy, and then words like riots and also anti-social elements and anti-communal elements. A large gamut of these words, you know, very subjective words, are used to justify almost everything. All right, and that is one problem that exists. And second of all, what they've used, you know, it is absolutely ludicrous what they filed as an affidavit now on a PIL which hasn't even been listed, Sanket. And the things that they are citing is not only ridiculous, it's infantile to tell you that it's a copy-paste job where your international conspiracy angle is a copy-paste job of basically the Black Lives Matter movement in the US and what people were telling rioters if they want to go stand in solidarity. The fact of the matter remains, let's go back to the core of this. There has been a mistrial of justice from September 14th, like from the first day, September 14th, 15th onwards. And what happened to the Yogi government is, for the first time in ages, they were caught. They were caught red-handed, not only with evidence tampering, but also the procedure, and they wanted to hush it all up. But when the cremation happened, which on every count of it is wrong, and they got caught and called on it, that since then is when this train wreck has occurred. It has been investigation, then it went to an SIT, then they went to a CBI. CBI, mind you, no notice has been issued at all, Sanket. And the fact of the matter is the CBI has to have permission because the Delhi Police Establishments Act is what regulates the CBI. And now they've gone to the Supreme Court. Fact of the matter is this is a large mistrial, a large cover-up of justice. And now this carte blanche idea, like how Trump says Russia, you're basically saying Yogi and the BJP saying international conspiracy, of course. I do not believe there's any fact in this. If they do try and prove it, great. But all that this is doing is distracting away from giving justice to the victim in this.
The point that the government feels that there is an international conspiracy can be ridiculed politically, but if the government has alleged something as serious as this, Shubhrasta, I'm sure they must be having the proof which they will eventually present in front of the people. Because as of this moment, I don't see any visible proof of what they are actually saying. I'm sure they must have a lot of evidence to suggest that this was seditious in nature, what was being planned.
Sanket, I'll respond to your question on international conspiracy, but before that, I want to bring certain things to the table. When you began the introduction to the show, you said that the bureaucracy acted in a formulaic manner in this case. Let me tell you, bureaucracy in general has a very staged response to everything that happens in and around its jurisdiction. It's not only in the case of Hathras, it happens in the case of Rajasthan. It happened as recently as day before yesterday and a couple of days ago in case of Bihar, in case of an alleged gang rape which happened in Gaya, which happened in Samastipur, which happened in Simanchal. What I'm really trying to say is that bureaucracy in this case, especially in the case of Hathras, did something which is unpardonable. I don't think any individual in this country with a sense of compassion, with a sense of justice in their heart would justify the act of the lower bureaucracy and how ludicrously they acted. Now, coming to your question, and which my colleague Aishwarya also, when I say my colleague, I mean in the space that we operate in, the political space that we operate in that sense of the term, we might disagree, we might have different ideological position. But
sure.
She talked about how the government is really trying to put words like international conspiracy, and the other term she used was national security implication. These are obviously not very non-serious terms. They come with serious implications. We have seen, Sanket, in case of Delhi riots. We have seen in case of Bhima Koregaon, how these statements have been proven right in due course of the time. In case of Hathras too, Sanket.
But Shubhrasta, you would also not rule out the possibility that these words can also be potentially misused by a government facing a lot of criticism. That you use these words and then suddenly you would expect people to back off because, you know, now there are larger implications.
Sanket, I don't want to go into history, but Indira Gandhi too used these terminologies, and for sure you are right. Many a time the governments of the day, contemporary and in the past, have been proven to, err on the side of caution. Let me tell you something else. I wanted to bring to the table how are we, first of all, Sanket, let me ask you a question. Are we going to deal with Hathras exactly the same way as NDTV has been dealing with Sushant? Are we going to only play on rationality? Because if we do, then I have certain facts on the table too. Sanket is the editorial opinion of NDTV. In
but
case of
I would,
and
see,
in case of
I'm only going to speak about myself and my programs. I feel that each and every point that we have raised on Hathras is absolutely valid. For the past 1 week, since Wednesday, we've been asking this question on how valid is it to ignore all Hindu customs, to disrespect those customs in a basic violation of human rights and go ahead and cremate the body of a victim in the dead of the night against the will of the family. I think this is shameful to happen in this country. And to that extent, if this can be called some conspiracy, I mean, people can go ahead and carry out their investigation. I think for me personally, since you asked me about objectivity, I'll tell you this is it just doesn't work with me. The fact that the government has done this and now wants to explain itself with a very weak defense in the Supreme Court. Shubhrasta.
Yes. So Sanket, in the beginning itself, I said that the way the lower bureaucracy handled the situation, it's condemnable. And I repeat, no compassionate Indian would side with the lower bureaucracy in this case. The way cremation happened is something which is...
Do you think that the lower bureaucracy would dare to do something like this?
Yes, I would.
This is a huge thing. I'm sure and by lower bureaucracy, I'm sure you mean the district magistrate and the SSP.
Yes, I do.
All of them were there on the spot. It happened in their presence.
Do
you think that they could have taken a decision as big as this on their own?
Sanket, I say this with responsibility. Lower bureaucracy, not just in case of UP, Bihar, and other state governments, lower bureaucracy always goes out of brief, does certain things to please political masters. Now, whether that has happened in this case or not is something which is up for investigation. Let's please allow the investigative agencies to take note.
Mr. Azad.
Thank you for giving me
Mr. Azad, I want to come to you now. You've heard a lot is being spoken about the actions of the bureaucracy, that you were trying to please the Lord and perhaps that was the reason why this has happened. But then there is also a counter argument that this midnight cremation is not something that could have just been a decision of the of the lower bureaucracy. I'm sure the bureaucracy is aware that given the magnitude of this, the manner in which this case was being covered in the media, people were speaking about it, any action could have reactions. And thus, could this have been a decision which was only taken by the lower bureaucracy, or did higher ups know? Mr. Azad.
Can I speak now? Yeah. First of all, let us understand how such decisions are taken. There are three issues here. First is about the investigation. It has got nothing to do with CM Yogi Adityanath, as the opposition is saying that Adityanath himself does not ring up the police station. The police station completely faltered. They dithered. They did a totally unprofessional job and absolutely insensitive. Now, the cremation at night was done definitely in view of the intelligence reports they must have received from various quarters that next day something would happen in which they will have huge crowds and things like that. But the issue is that for a Dalit atrocity which took place, if you could not give dignity during her lifetime, then at least it was warranted that you give dignity after her death. And whether you have to face any law and order or not, you have to go ahead and face it. And that is why in such cases, you should have gone ahead, have your armed posse of policemen, and whether you have to fire or whether you have to do a lathi charge, you should go ahead and organize the cremation at 5 o'clock in the morning. Third, you're talking about international conspiracy, and I think now sedition charges have also been laid. Now that is ridiculous. I understand. Sedition, it was never an armed call for rebellion. It was never a call. But I must also say that the opposition in cases like this is only baying for the blood of the chief minister. None of the opposition candidates ever raised the issue of the zero infrastructure at the lower police station, or the BPRD research report is what it should be, resourced with. Number two, the call on ambulance, was it really functioning and did somebody use it? And what we should do to improve it? Nobody said anything like that. No opposition leader even mentioned that the Nirbhay funds, there have only been 35% utilization by all the states so far.
I agree with you.
And even 7 states have not even used.
So the fundamental issues have not been raised.
Exactly. So that's exactly what I'm saying. The government has, of course, been amiss. But it has taken action. But you can't expect Yoginath to ring up police stations whether the case to be registered or not. No Yoginath or no secretary. If they are changed, you think the grassroots reality will change? Definitely not. The same thing will be there again. So it was expected of the opposition.
I agree with you, Mr. Azad. But see, the point over here is about accountability. And just like in the hierarchy or in the system, the buck stops at the top because law and order is a state subject. Thus, these questions are being asked of these leaders. Aishwarya Mahadev, very quickly, I want to come back to you. You've heard what Shubhrasta has had to say and what Mr. Azad has to say. Mr. Azad spoke about the responsibility of the opposition, and you also heard what Shubhrasta had to say about the cremation as well as the international conspiracy. Your right to reply.
Sanket, two very important things. First and foremost, yes, there's a large systemic issue with the criminal justice system, the implementation agencies and the enforcement down to the ground, whether it's a taluka level or even at the block level, right? And this is a larger problem we have to speak about. But also, since we've been in opposition, with all responsibility, I will state that we have constantly spoken about the lack of utilization of the Nirbhaya Fund first. The second thing is, Shubhrasta very nicely, and I think, I must give it to her, that all of them have come out and condemned what has happened with the cremation. Because for a state run by a man who believes he's one of the custodians of Hindu Dharma, doing that to a woman whether she's considered part of the Hindu Dharma or not because she's a Dalit was absolutely wrong at every count. But tell me, after the condemnation, has any action been taken at the man who is directly responsible? Was the DM any SDM in this case, Sanket? And that, I think, is what is extremely critical. Second, we run the risk, and a very dangerous risk with this international conspiracy, the CBI, the riots and whatnot, of losing focus of the actual issue. There was a girl who was gang raped, which a lot of people in the government also are contesting now. And there's also the fact that there was a mistrial of justice from the day of the filing of the FIR. Sanket, we have a lot of critical issues that have to be spoken about, and all of this is going to divert from that narrative, because next thing you know, you're going to have an explosive. Is there an international, plot with this organization shouting on one of those single letter channels, and that is going to take over the narrative. The fact here has to remain, and NDTV is very responsible that way, about talking about justice for the girl I hope we'll keep up that fight no matter
Yes,
what
Sanket,
international
Subrata,
conspiracy.
actually-
is the administration gearing up to do something where it will lose focus? I think that's the point being mentioned by
Yes.
Aishwarya Mahadev. By the way, only today we saw, some of the channels running details, and we have no way of independently verifying this, so we'll not run those details. They suggest that there were call data records to suggest that the accused and the victim's family were speaking to one another. How can that be a justification for an alleged rape and the condition the victim was in? If they were talking, so what?
Yes, Sanket, there are many other theories floating around. One and verifiable theory being the fact that the Gram Panchayat, the people, representatives from Gram Panchayat wrote and said that there are people from, other parts of the country camping in Hathras too. Let's not go there, because then, we'll derail the subject of this discussion. What I admire Aishwarya for the integrity that she shows. I, however, hope, wish, and perhaps wish in oblivion that Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi would have taken note of what young Karyakartas like Aishwarya feel. Hathras is not the only gang rape that has happened in India over the past 1 week. However, Sanket, I'll tell you, and this is precisely why I have a problem with the kind of issues the opposition picks up. This movement in Hathras had the potential to be Nirbhaya 2, in the sense that we could have really pushed for certain very grounded reforms vis-a-vis women's safety in this country. However, the moment people like Priyanka Gandhi tweets that video, and I'm sure you're aware of how the victim's family was being tutored to say what they said, therein becomes the problem. The entire issue is hijacked by political vultures, and unfortunately, the vision that young Karyakartas like Aishwarya have will not lead to any fruition, because there is a hypocrisy in those very claims. In fact, I challenge Aishwarya to take it to her national
very
party
quickly a right to reply. A comment has been made by Shubrata. I'll have to give a right to reply to Aishwarya.
Yes, 10 seconds, Sanket.
Yeah.
I can mention her 3 cases from 3 different geographies in Bihar. Please ask her national leadership to take it up. I, as a citizen of Bihar, will come out in protest for Congress if they dare to take up issues in Kaimur, in Gaya, and in Sitamarhi. Will they create a national movement?
Sure. Aishwarya Mahadev, quick.
And Congress is not in power.
Quick right to reply. No, rape should not be reduced to a statistic or something which must be spoken about only in the context of polls. We are very clear about that also.
Problem with the kind
Aishwarya
with the kind of agenda the opposition has done.
Aishwarya Mahadev's right to reply.
Sure.
Sanket, I can tell you with all the conviction I have that I stand by my party and my leaders, Rahul Gandhi ji and Priyanka Gandhi ji, for the sort of empathy and compassion that they have shown. You talk about Alwar, you realize that Rahul Gandhi ji was there. And then we've also been there. And I would honestly pick 2 people without heirs rather than people who were shouting murder during Nirbhaya. And as WCD minister have not said anything except just say politicization instead of taking concrete measures. I would rather take a Rahul Gandhi ji being pushed by the cops than a man who stood outside when the whole Bombay, terror attack was happening, talking about how government was weak. I would rather stand by Ms. Priyanka Gandhi ji saving our Karyakartas instead of when you're basically putting out pamphlets in your elections with blood-stained pictures of all
Seriously,
the martyrs.
as a woman, I'm not interested in
Okay. One moment. Before we start debating this, one moment. That's not the purpose. We were debating and we were discussing on whether you can have any explanation for a midnight cremation. Hard stop on this discussion. Shubrata, Mr. Yashovardhan Azad, as well as Aishwarya Mahadev. I've run out of time. The discussion over here is whether the government should not even try to attempt explaining why there was a cremation at 3 a.m. in the night. It was plain wrong. Listen to all the panelists here and they say that this was plain wrong. I'll go a step further to say that this was a human rights violation. It's bad that the agencies and institutions are not treating it that way.